name's Paige, 30 years old. I'm a plain housewife with glasses and a bob haircut. Kind of my trademark. I live with my salaryman husband, Henry, and my mother-in-law at his family home. Today, I was called over by my grandfather and came to my parents' house. Whoa, Grandpa, what are you wearing?
I bought this cosplay armor online. How do I look? Cool, right?
Yeah, you wanted to show it off, huh? And that sword at your waist, is it real?
Nah, it's a toy I got at a souvenir shop in the hot spring town. Honestly, Grandpa, you really waste money. Next time you buy something like this, you better check with me first. Grandpa says he's gonna be the shogun, Oda Nobunaga of the Reiwa era.
Oda Nobunaga?
Listen up, everyone. After the armor, I need a castle. I want to build a house just like Azuchi Castle near Lake Biwa, where Nobunaga built his castle. Then we can all have barbecues there.
You really never change, huh?
Speaking of Lake Biwa, back when I was single, I biked all the way around it. We also ate biwamasu fish together. Maybe we should all go on a family trip there sometime.
That's the kind of quirky family I have, and life has been pretty full of fun moments. But then, one day at home, I was having dinner with Henry and my mother-in-law when I heard the front door open, and in walked... I'm home! It was Henry's older sister, Hannah, my sister-in-law. I'd heard she was living with her bad boy boyfriend, but the last time I saw her was at her wedding. She never even visits during New Year or Obon holidays.
This is the worst. That guy kicked me out.
Looks like she'd broken up and come back home. Honestly, I was a little uneasy around Hannah.
I'm seriously pissed. I'm gonna bring some old friends to get revenge on that jerk. Don't underestimate a former biker gang member.
She claims to be a former member of a ladies' biker gang. When we first met, she said, "I've got scary people backing me up, so don't act all big around me, got it?" Henry told me she did hang out with some rowdy friends, but the ladies' story was a lie. Seems like she's just a big talker. She's caused a lot of trouble, and every time my mother-in-law would scold her. But honestly, even if she says I was bad back then, that's not something to brag about or be proud of. To anyone with a normal mindset, it just makes her someone to be avoided. Probably, Hannah's way of asserting dominance is to make it clear, you're beneath me, I'm stronger. Don't mess with me or you'll regret it. Don't talk back. That's how she tries to keep control. So, from that day on, Hannah ended up staying at Henry's family home for a while. She kept complaining that my mother-in-law was annoying her, saying she'd leave as soon as she found somewhere new to live. Honestly, I didn't want to live under the same roof with her if I could avoid it, but I figured I could tolerate her for a little while, so I agreed to live together. Then, just 2 nights after Hannah moved in, I got out of the bath and went into our bedroom and... What the heck is this? My vanity was a total mess. Lipsticks and eyeshadow-stained tissues were tossed all over. The drawers were left wide open and ransacked, and some of my makeup was missing. As I was about to go downstairs and tell Henry, my mother-in-law, and Hannah what had happened, I caught sight of Hannah tying her bootlaces. And then I noticed her headscarf. That scarf was one of the souvenirs from our honeymoon, the very same one I'd kept safely in my vanity. The person who trashed my vanity? It's her, no doubt about it. Hey, Hannah, you messed up my vanity, didn't you?
Huh? Messed up? I just borrowed a few things. I thought you were some plain girl with glasses, but wow, you actually have pretty good makeup.
No, please don't use my stuff without asking.
Huh? Say that again.
Before you use anything, at least ask me first and treat it nicely. And that scarf is really important to me. Give it back.
Oh, really? You gonna talk to me like that?
Excuse me?
I might have to call my friends over, you know. Maybe they'll give you a little beating.
At that moment, my mother-in-law, having overheard us, came down to the entrance, shoved Hannah, and snatched my scarf back. What followed was an all-out battle between Hannah and my mother-in-law right at the front door. They had a fierce argument, and when my mother-in-law yelled, "If you cause trouble for Paige again, you're out of this house," Hannah just scoffed.
Like, I want to stay here anyway.
Then she just stormed out. After that, both my mother-in-law and Henry apologized to me repeatedly, though honestly, I wanted Hannah to apologize, not them. The next day, Hannah didn't come back until late morning and woke up in the evening. Henry was at work and my mother-in-law had gone out for a walk with her friends.
Morning, Paige.
Hannah said behind me as I started preparing dinner in the kitchen. Because of what happened yesterday, I completely ignored her greeting. I was determined not to speak to her until she actually apologized. But Hannah didn't seem to care at all that I was ignoring her. She just kept talking to herself.
Seriously, I really hate Mom, Paige. You heard her yesterday, right? She was calling me some trashy lowlife, saying whatever she wanted. But honestly, the real trashy lowlife is her.
No, Hannah, the trashy lowlife is definitely you. Suddenly, Hannah went silent. Then I faintly heard the sound of the living room door opening. It seemed like she was sneaking out quietly. Feeling suspicious, I finally turned around, and that's when I noticed my wallet sticking out of the sacoche bag I had left after going shopping. Could it be? Had she stolen money from my wallet? I frantically checked, and sure enough, it was gone. Yesterday was Henry's payday, so I had withdrawn extra cash for his allowance and household expenses. Not a single bill was left inside. On top of that, she even took my credit card. I rushed out of the living room just as I heard the front door close behind her. That bitch! I'm not letting her get away! I hurriedly put on my shoes and ran outside, only to hear her shouting with her back turned to me near the gate, striking the famous Gilko pose in Dotonbori.
I'm gonna crash at some guy's place for a while. Just catch some random guy and move right in. There's no way I'm living under that mother's roof anymore.
Without thinking, I ran up behind her and called out. Noticing my footsteps behind her, Hannah suddenly spun around.
Paige?
She shrieked and tried to run, but I was faster. I grabbed her by the arm before she could escape. Give me back the money and credit card.
I had no choice, okay? I need to get out of that house, but I don't have any money. Just give me a little, will you?
Then go earn it yourself. You can't just steal someone else's money and card. You know that's wrong, don't you?
Let go of me!
Hannah yelled, violently yanking her arm free from my grip.
Acting all high and mighty with me. You don't even know what's coming, do you?
Excuse me?
I was in a biker gang, remember? If you keep pissing me off, I'll call my girls. You won't know what hit you.
Wow, I'd thought she was just a slightly annoying sister-in-law, but no, this woman was a full-on problem. Oh, so that's how you want to play it, huh? You think I'm just some plain little four-eyed housewife, don't you? Well, guess what, sweetheart? You seriously messed with the wrong chick. Fine then, if you're gonna call your little biker friends, then it's only fair I summon someone too. Let's see how this goes. I can hardly wait. Since you're planning on calling your crew, Hannah, then I'll call someone too, if you don't mind.
Huh? You're gonna call someone? What? Your little nerdy friends? Seriously? What are a bunch of quiet, glasses-wearing losers gonna do? Even if you call a whole army of them, they're no match for my girls. My friends are ex-biker gang members, you know? Ha! Whatever. Do what you want.
And with that, both of us started tapping away on our phones. About 30 minutes later...
So, Paige, your friends, what are they like? I bet they're all timid little glasses-wearing nobodies, huh? You could bring a whole library of nerds, and they still wouldn't stand a chance against my girls. Wait, what's that sound?
Oh, they're here.
Huh?
Hannah blinked, confused. That's when we heard it. Vroom, 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 vroom. A chorus of engines growing louder and louder, and suddenly, dozens of badass women on motorcycles came rolling in.
What? What the hell is that?
Those would be my mom and her old friends. You met her at my wedding, remember? And leading the pack at full speed, looking cool as ever on her crimson bike, was none other than my mother, Penny, and behind her, a swarm of biker women who, well, let's just say they weren't your average Tea Party crowd. These ladies, yeah, they were the real deal. The group of bikers came to a screeching halt in front of Hannah and me. Silently, all of them removed their helmets. Whoosh! Like a badass chorus. So cool.
Sorry I'm late, Paige, but I pulled everyone together. They all left making dinner just for this. What? The people you called were these women?
Ha! If you talk too smack, you won't like what happens later.
Ha! Don't make me laugh. What do you expect them to do, this old lady squad? My friends are ex-biker gang members.
Oh yeah? Just so you know, Penny used to be a gang, a real delinquent.
Huh? Gang? She's just some old lady now.
Don't you dare, you little... Leader Penny has threw the call to gather everyone, and you're just gonna run your mouth at Paige? Do you think you're untouchable?
Ah! Wait!
Ooh, it feels like forever since I got to do something like this. My arms are itching for it.
Totally. Also, remember any Baraki? The kids who made Penny's fan club? Let's bring them too. They've always wanted to meet the legendary Penny, but they'll come all the way from Tokyo. So, the legendary Penny?
Hey, do you want me to call those girls from the Kansai area too? The ones who said they'd fly across and come rushing here if needed?
What? Kansai?
My mom Penny knows lots of people. Apparently, in that region, people all know her name.
What?
Then, suddenly...
Hey, there they are! Hey, guys!
From a distance, several women were coming toward us. Hannah was waving desperately, but then, I couldn't believe my eyes. These women were holding hands with small kids, carrying babies on their backs. And then, one of them stopped and looked directly at Hannah.
Who do you think you are? You hit us up only recently and then just tell us to come over here. We're very busy, you know. Some of us have children. Others are taking care of our in-laws. We had to drop everything just to come and tell you this. Enough already with your crap!
They all glared at Hannah together.
Wait, aren't we friends? We were in the same gang, right? Let's all gang up on those old ladies and... Huh? Are you seriously still going on about that girl gang stuff? Honestly, you were the only one calling us that. And we're not kids anymore. That part of our life is over. We've got families now. We've got responsibilities. Stop blowing up our phones. We're way past the age where we have time to deal with idiots like you. So yeah, bye. And maybe it's time you grew up and stopped acting like a teenage delinquent.
No way! Hannah whimpered, her voice trembling. But just then... Oh my, what a cute baby. And this little one, kindergarten age maybe?
Hi there, sweetie. How old are you? Oh, thank you. Say hello, come on. I'm 3. Aw, you said it so well. Such a smart boy.
The fierce biker ladies and Hannah's former friends were now completely bonding over the kids. A peaceful, heartwarming atmosphere settled in, like none of the drama had just happened.
Why? Why is this happening to me?
That aside, Hannah gave me back the money and my credit card.
Wait, what? You stole her money and credit card? I always thought you were annoying, trying to act all superior to everyone, but this? Seriously? You've gone and become a criminal. How low can you go? This is bottom-tier delinquent behavior.
Hannah's eyes welled up as even her old friends turned their backs on her. She looked utterly deflated. And then, vroom! A car screeched to a stop in front of us. Out stepped my grandma and... Grandpa? There he was, wearing a full suit of armor. A ridiculous sight. He looked like he had just walked out of a budget samurai film.
What now? What is this? Some kind of a joke?
You there! You're the one who dared bring grief to my beloved granddaughter, huh? This shall not stand. Justice shall be served. Prepare yourself.
Grandpa shouted, pointing a toy katana at Hannah.
Ah! Okay, I give up. I'll return everything. Please, I'm sorry.
Hannah pulled the money and credit card out of her pocket, then collapsed to the ground and burst into tears. Pathetic. Just then, my mother-in-law came back from her walk. After I explained everything, she wasted no time. She told Hannah right there on the spot that she was disowned. No more chances. No more forgiveness. Still sobbing, Hannah left the house with absolutely nothing. No money, no place to go, and honestly, I thought that would be the last we'd ever see of her. But nope. A few months later, she showed up at the house again, banging on the door and screaming, I was living with some guy I picked up on the street, but he disappeared and left me as the co-signer on a loan from a loan shark. Please help me. I'm gonna die. Well, let's just say we didn't open the door. We watched her cry and scream through the intercom screen. What happened to her after that? Last I heard, she got shipped off to some shady country overseas, where she's now working herself to the bone, barely sleeping, just to pay off her debts. We did consider turning her into the police, but, well, let's be real. Living safely in jail wouldn't be much of a punishment, now would it? Grandpa's connections came in handy after all. So yeah, I think it's safe to say justice was served. So in the end, we all agreed. Grandpa's heavenly punishment was the better option. As for me, well, with Hannah gone, peace returned to our home, and guess what? I found out I was pregnant. When I told my mom, Penny, the news, she immediately spread the word, and before I knew it, people were showing up one after another to celebrate. Congrats on the pregnancy, Paige. I brought some folic acid supplements for you.
I got you some grapefruit. Great for morning sickness.
Here's a set of educational toys. Penny's grandkid is bound to be a genius, you know.
This is a body pillow, and if you need anything after the baby's born, like a stroller or crib, let me know. I've got tons of baby stuff I'm not using anymore.
Thank you all so much. Seriously, looks like you've all become good friends now, huh? Totally. We've been going out for tea, lunch, dinner.
We're even planning a big trip to Lake Biwa with all our families.
That's right. I'm so excited.
Turns out all our husbands are originally from Shiga Prefecture. Can you believe that? It must be fate.
Wait, Lake Biwa? Now that you mention it, I was just talking to Penny about taking a trip there. Oh, really? Well then, Paige, you should come with us. After the baby's born and things settle down, of course.
That'd be perfect. Let's do it.
In that case, let's plan the trip for a bit later so you and your baby can join too.
Yes, the more the merrier, right? It'll be such a lively group.
Wow, really? You'd include us? I'll talk to Penny about it. I'm already looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!